Oh, here we go. Welcome and blessings, blessings. Here we are on the Lion's Gate activation, and it's August 8th, 2021. What an amazing, stellar, cosmic alignment we're in. And I hope that you are all faring well, because a lot of this, the reasons I do these gateways and these webinars is to help us with this ascension evolution within our bodies that we're in presently. It's called the golden age of Aquarius. And we're also working with this full moon in Aquarius that just happened July 24th. And there's a number of different astrological events going on I'm going to speak briefly about, and then go in further about this activation, and then we'll go deeply into it with Metatron, the Sirian Teachers and Guides, the Sirian Dolphins, the Whales, and whoever else is going to come in with us. I'll be fully open channeling, and those of you who haven't been working with me before, you'll notice that this is a frequency transmission, and you'll feel things in your body or your chakra system. That's great. That's what we want. And we want you to keep breathing. And I'll lead you through a breath work that you can use, which allows your own body. I call it the alchemy breath. And I received it many, many years ago, and I use it constantly, because when you remember to breathe, you're breathing into who you are. Your whole breath system and your heart are all arranged to kind of keep bringing you home, keep bringing you home. And ultimately, that's a key to everything we're doing with the awakening process, is we're bringing you home. And how do we do that? We're 3D still. We're in this polarized, beautiful planet. It's very fascinating and challenging, because we're in masculine, feminine, dark, light polarization. So as we raise our frequency, it's going to be a lot less difficult. Let's hope. I'm sure of it. I have full faith. But the process is how to become multidimensional. So this is what I'm constantly working with. And some of my personal gifts are, I'm a gatekeeper, keeper of the Christ gateways of creation, which means that, and I'm a seer, I'm a master seer. So I'll see images that are brought from source for you, for this particular group, and those people who will be seeing this webinar in the future. And those visions are wisdom teachings that I will interpret through my geometry of my being. And that will come through in the sessions, and you'll start understanding. And sometimes you may not even understand what's happening, because it's coming through you on a cellular level, which is great, because it keeps working regardless of what's going on, including this whole golden Aquarian age is working through you and in you and on you, and downloading, upgrading all the time. And I'll speak a little further about that. But you'll also notice we'll be being given gifts and different gemstones and different articles of divinity. And what that means is they have different medicine, different frequencies, different octaves of light for you. And what you do is you open your heart and you just step into the place of receiving, receptivity, surrender, and that knowing that this thing is for you. Like sometimes there may be a selection of 3 different dispensations or gifts, and one of them is for you usually. I mean, sometimes people can have all of them, but really usually there's one that's particularly for you. And the masters in their mastery kind of figure out the scope of the group, the consciousness where we want to go to, and give these gifts of enlightenment. And I also just want to thank you right now that I'm so grateful you're here, because the more work we do as a group consciousness, the higher and higher and deeper the work goes. It becomes more potent. It's almost like the 1,000 monkey idea that that's what we want to do in our groups. And that's why I do these gateways, because I want to help bring us through the gateways to the next level. And we need the help. It's challenging. And so here we go. Let's see. Usually I do a pre-channeling, but I'm going to go with my pre-written pre-channeled piece and then go straight into deep, deep cosmic space. So here we are in this potent time of transformation and creation currents, swimming in our summer cosmic soup pot. On July 24th, you may have noticed this enormous, ginormous, huge full moon in Aquarius, the Leo sun. And Aquarius is a water bearer. And I always see Aquarius with these beautiful urns, very Roman looking, and she's pouring upon us from her great urn these celestial elixirs. And she's a bringer of miracles. So let's open into that Aquarius. And that's actually why this is this miracle of the golden time of Aquarius. It's a constellation that's created by the original creators and connected to source, prime creator, right? For this time period, for us as humanity, and for Earth, the planet Earth. So it's exciting, and that's why everyone keeps talking about this exciting time. And you might feel like you're really burdened and things are struggling, or kind of lots of things are coming up, and like almost like an eruption or a pimple or emotions. And what we want to do is, in these workshops, in my teachings, we want to like hold on to, in the privates, we want to hold on to our Christ that I am, which is our signature through all time, space, and dimension, and surf. Really, it's how well can you surf? And that's really personal mastery through times of change. And working in creation, and I recently taught a wonderful course, 6-module course, 7-module course on rainbow seeds of creation. And I really began to understand creation and why I work in creation and how exciting it is to be in this field, let's say, because we are always changing. We're actually eternal, but we have a definitive life form on this lifetime, but we are always in the state of change. And it's how do we deal with change? And right now we're going through a lot of change, which we want. I mean, look at the world around us, right? And we need to change this world. So it's a change that's going to happen from inside, outside, above, below. And that's that Christed I am. It's not Jesus, although Jesus was our teacher, but it's the Christ light within you that's your own holy constellation, they say. It's your own, I like to say, your signature that's eternal, but yet it's part of the greater expanse of the flower of life, the tree of life, the seed of life. And this Sirian, I love to wear this necklace because this is one of my teaching tools. Now that I don't have all my teaching tools, but you can see all the triangles, and we'll go through this with Metatron, because this is a geometry that helps you become multidimensional. And that's what we're doing. So we've really got to learn how to be present, and meditating is essential these days. And because like when you start to meditate, you remember who you are, you remember the way home that's through you and through your heart. So we're going to be taking you in this inner constellation inside of you that will open up into the outer constellation. It's a little shocking to think about, but it feels great when you get used to it. So Aquarius is pouring these miracle elixirs on us, and you may feel downloads or upgrades, especially when you're in nature. Highly recommend get out in nature and just look at, it's like a psychedelic trip. Nature is on steroids. It's like it's raising its frequency, and I think we're all going to just get raised by being in nature more and more, if you can, and appreciating it always honoring where you are and what's around you. And so now on July 25th was what's called a day out of time. This is an every year occurrence, and it's a reset of the new timelines, setting up for the July 26th Planetary New Year in the Mayan culture, in the Mayan calendar. And the Mayan calendar is really much more accurate to the reality of humans and the planet, but a lot of strange things have been changed, like the calendar, like the hertz of the music that we listen to, just different things that kind of would keep us off balance. So in the 8-8 Lionsgate constellation, we're bringing together a number of very large constellations and astrological elements and universal forces of the creative cosmos for the evolution of Gaia and humanity. So the Lionsgate activation is this opportunity that brings you on a journey to commit to your own inner growth and your greater sense of belonging on the earth, making changes and opening new doorways that bring together the things that are meaningful for you, rearranging and establishing new systems, new levels of order, and higher frequency community connections. And something we're going to ask you to do on a constant level is continually asking yourself, what is your purpose here? Why did you come here to this earth? And what can you do, right? How can you assist? How can you help? I personally feel a great urgency to start to make a difference. So this is why these are free and are brought to you. So the Lionsgate will empower your inner directive and your sense of honor and the place of the leonine courage and willingness to risk change for a greater opportunity to emerge. And this is the thing where we're being tasked, we're being called to take the leap of faith, to take that step into the unknown and to make something that's going to be meaningful to you change, because your heart is the one that knows what is important. Your heart is the teacher. Your heart is the driver. Your heart is the wheel of your Merkabah. And so we're also in this time period that the blue star, the Sirian blue star, which is the brightest star, aligns at this time with the pyramids at Giza in Egypt and with the ancient Sphinx. And the Sphinx, in my opinion, was always a lion. Or if it wasn't only a lion, it was a lion with a female head, because you can see them all over Egypt. And the Sphinx as we know it was changed by a pharaoh who wanted his own impression as the Sphinx. So what you want to be aware of is the Sphinx is this same leonine energy we're talking about. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. So we're opening new and fresh energies encoded with light streams to accelerate the optimal coordinates for the evolutionary pull at this time. And as this portal activates, we are bathed in continuous streams through our hearts and cells, as well as the portal system of Mother Gaia, bringing the enlightening frequencies of the lion of courage, strength, and the pursuit of personal freedom, and also new gateways opening up. Now 8-8, which is our date today, August 8th, in numerology is a master number. And we always do these gateways on the master numbers. And the affinity symbol of 8 is a symbol of balance, equality, equanimity, union, abundance, and the 0 state of infinity. And these states are all enhanced during this Lion's Gate, enhancing those with all those other important dates, right? So we're kind of building up this cosmic soup pot of potency. So we want to ask you to take advantage to download these into your cellular system, into your belief systems, into your ability to balance and to pursue new goals and alignments. And the Lion's Gate portal is a system set up in ancient times by the enlightened Sirians, who came here to assist the evolution of the planet first and foremost, and also help create humanity. And many of the things that are here that are so ancient are brought through originally for this enlightenment of the planet Earth and the species that are on the planet. And the lion represents spiritual powers of courage, strength, loyalty, mastery, inner calm, and divine fortitude. So we really need that right now, right? And the Sphinx is a feminine lioness that cares for all the earth and all of its inhabitants. The Sphinx is a great mother keeper of the Akasha that is held beneath her paws and the crystals and waterways that hold the wisdom records of the ages. We in the earth are activated into new ascension codes during this alignment to the pyramid at Giza, the Sphinx, and the blue star Sirius connection. And they are awakening dormant ancient codes of Lemuria, and the original blueprints of Mother Earth and the new human. So what we often do in every private and every webinar, we're working with, the first part is working with clearing and cleaning. We'll work deeply and dive into old hidden fears and lower frequencies, shadow feelings and issues of inferiority or unlovability or disempowerment, everything that is keeping you small or hidden or not activated or out of sight. And as we send them love, acceptance, and forgiveness and encouragement, the courage available to us right now will help open new gateways to a new world of tolerance, compassion, and deep understanding from the wisdom knowing and the aspects of our enlightened and higher selves. And something that is very important is to think about also right now the Olympics that are in Tokyo. And I haven't really been following them that much because I don't watch television, but I work monthly with Japan and Tokyo with a group that we work with portal work. But what's been so exciting is this sense of this time period and Japan and Mount Fuji bringing this Olympic quality of friendship, courage, you know, the amazing abilities and skills of the different nations. And it has always been kind of like a United Nations in a sense, and it continues to rally that spirit, which is perfect for this time period. All righty, so let's start our session. And what we're going to be doing is building our Merkabah with Metatron and our guides, and then we're going to be creating a group Merkabah. And then we will go wherever we're led, because I'm going to be solely listening. And we'll be doing light language transmissions. You'll feel that potency, and light language, if you haven't experienced it, is a universal language, but it also brings through channeled frequencies that are higher evolutionary codes for you that English won't help enough. You know, English or another language, we need a higher and higher ability to understand. And that's another way of also learning from inside. And don't forget to drink. So let's take a deep breath in, beloved ones. Centering into your own heart, into your heart flame. And asking for this recalibration that connects you to your truth. That has nothing to do with what other people think of you, but what you and your connection to source is here to do. And to bring in all that you are. We want all the star seeds, the light workers, the seers, the New Earth shamans, the Gaia's gardeners. We need you. We need every healer here working at their highest level. And that's my greatest honor. So let's send our heart beam out to one another. And just open your heart to the sense of love and compassion and camaraderie that inside each human is. We open the heart portal. Beautiful, beautiful energy here. As we call in Lord Metatron, we call in the Sirians, we call in the dolphins and the whales of Sirius, we call in the ancient ones of Lemuria, we call in the Sphinx, our higher selves, our divine presences, our special emissary team of enlightened masters. Just allowing yourself to sink more deeply into this fire letter that is inside of your heart, the Hebrew fire letter that is your signature, your name through all eternity. And we just ask to breathe into that and like pump that up in all dimensions. Asking for your heart and your heart temple to open into this flame, opening up all directions of your heart, starting with the flame in the center, and opening up the flames of each gateway, the flame in the front of your heart, bringing back in all that is there for you. Breathing out 6 foot to the flame to the left of you, bringing that back into your heart. Expanding out to the right, to the masculine. Breathing all the masculine in as we brought all the feminine from the left and the love from the front. And go to the back 6 feet. We bring in the wisdom and the truth, especially from Sirius and that gateway. Breathing into your heart. And breathe upwards to the heavenly flame. And bring that back down into you. Go deeply down now into the earth flame and bring that back up into your flame. As Lord Metatron joins us now and the 7 earth archangels, Archangel Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Camuel, Jophiel, and Zadkiel, and the open 7-pointed star around you. And Lord Metatron is bringing us the Metatronic solids to create our own Merkabah, your sacred geometry vehicle. And this is an exquisite way to understand your sacred geometry and your own enlightened vehicle that can expand through all dimensions, can travel with you, and is always here to take you home. Breathing in and like fluffing out your geometry in all dimensions, especially in the back. Good job. Really high quality frequencies here. And Lord Metatron is opening up this expanded truth, he's calling it, to a larger and larger ability, enhancement, as he brings down first the earthing pyramid, the one with the point at the top. We're bringing that one down, this pyramid with a point at the top, down through your pillar of light, your bridge of light that you are. And we're bringing that pyramid down, down, down into the earth, grounding you and your lineage deeply into the earth plane and allowing that geometrical stability of that triangle. And wow, it really just grounded deeply, just so essential, as that our enlightenment is not just heaven, 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 it's heaven on earth. Woo! Wow, this is really stellar and spectacular work you're doing. And so now this grounding, Metatron says there's a grounding cord that's, it's a vibrational spiral that's grounding through your column into the earth. And it's kind of like right from the point at the midpoint, which is your, right at the ascension point in a way. And it's grounding down the silver spiral into the earth, into Mother Gaia's womb, crater, actually, a womb crater. And there's this cave that they're showing us that's all full of gemstones. It's unexplored. It's unharvested. It's untapped. We don't know yet why we're being shown this. This is new, so we're grateful. And we just always go into a state of gratefulness. And I'm just allowing, as the seer here, the guide, and I'm allowing this as an embodier. I allow the embodiment of this gift that was just given, and that allows you to synchronistically receive it also, if you are so inclined. So Metatron is now showing a ginormous meteor that it came from Sirius, and it's lodged in the womb of Mother Gaia. I do a lot of burping. And it's lodged in the hara of the earth. You can feel it in my own hara, and your hara is beneath your navel. You may want to breathe into your own hara, which is also your power center. And they say that it connects with what you've accomplished and what you haven't accomplished. in all lifetimes. And so we're going to be clearing that, they say. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Usually we create the whole Merkabah and then we go somewhere, but this is where we are. So I'm just going to stay here. And they're telling me that there's a field, almost like it's like a disempowerment field that's all around you. And it also looks like almost like there's little meteorites that are working with interference. So I'm pulling away this interference in this like a screen almost. And it's a lot onto the feminine side, because as you may or may not know, we've been, the feminine principle has been held back for ascension evolutionary reasons. And now the feminine principle is here. So we're all needing from the past trauma, the feminine principles, and the lion brings those through in big, powerful calibrations. So there's a lot going on, and my legs and my knees are vibrating, and you may be feeling that also. So do your breathing into anything that's vibrating or feels stuck. And they're bringing in a type of recalibration that's stuck, they say. Okay, we love that. Thank you. And it's working also with the hemispheres of the earth, as well as the hemispheres in your brain. I'm going to do some light language. This is a big hemisphere channeling shift, they're saying. Cleaning and clearing the field around you, your brain, the hemispheres of your brain, the pineal, has been short-circuited, they say. Breathe into your pineal that's in the center of your brain, and it's a singular organ that works with both sides of your body. It's your connection to soul, spirit, heavens, your higher connection. We're just breaking up the carbon so that the light, the spirit within the pineal. Oh, wow. They're showing me Chesed, who is the Egyptian scribe. And they're always, it's this beautiful thing that I noticed in Egypt was Chasette has a flower of life over her head. It's so elegant. And this is what they're doing. I feel like crying that we all have this flower of life. Why not? Right? Our pineal's here to help us connect. We just really broke through something big. And they say it's also so you can become the believer. And you may want to know what believer? It's the believer of you. And I know you know this is hard to do, but it's the believer of you. Now they say it's almost like there's fallout or debris coming out of the field around you, like out of the skies, and it's almost like dust or volcanic ash. And we're cleansing. You don't have to do anything, but it's being cleansed. Oh, right, because we have the Aquarian Waterbearer. Let's see if she comes in. This is a new moon also. New moons are new beginnings. So they say you are at a precipice. Each and every one of you. And it is important to look over the precipice, to see yourself looking over. Like I always see a person with their hand right here, looking over the precipice. Just breathe into that sense of looking out into the horizon. And these are like a type of medicine and encouragement. And that when you look out over the precipice, you may not know what's there. And that's where we're really hovering here, because this is a very large issue for all of us. That when we don't know what's coming ahead of us, it presents a lot of anxiety. So they're bringing us this for a very important reason of dissolving, disillusion. And they say that they're working with not being disillusioned, but dissolving that which is creating an inferior communion or connection. And I believe that when we are fully awakened, we're in communion. So I say that word a lot. So I want to put potency on that word, communion. Communion. I use you wow. Especially at the throat here, the throat chakra, in the front and the back. The back of the chakra system is the unconscious. So really go, I can barely talk, communion. We're working that with that in the throat chakra. And this throat chakra also goes out all through the different dimensions, right? You're bringing heaven to your earth and your being. So we're still cleansing, in case you think I'm really crazy. We're just cleansing. Who are you? Who are you? What is your frequency? What is your frequency of your words? Are you? Whew. Buh. Buh. Now Aquarius, our water bearer, joins us. Buh. Buh. With this waterfall of enlightened crystal stars, like in the water field, and it's merging and marrying within us, within your field, within your pillar of light, your bridge. We're bringing it all the way down, all of your chakra system, and going down and almost like tickling the bottom of your feet, the bottom of your toes, opening into a light field beneath you that may not have been open before, as we've cleared the field of interference and shadow web, as it moves this beautiful light down deep into the earth, into the earth mother, Gaia, into the fields of light beneath us, as there are many bands of light in the field of the earth. Yet we are earth creatures, that we come from these bands of light, these earth these original genomes. And as the field has now been ignited and enlightened through this beautiful waterfall from the Aquarian Waterbearer, Aquarius, Metatron says we're ready to bring down the heaven triangle. Isn't he intelligent? Now we're ready. So this is the downward pointed triangle. And this one is, it's being shown to me as golden. Golden is such a high frequency. And it's reflecting as it comes down. And it's coming down through many levels of other geometries and other triangles. Just like the Sri Yantra I showed you of my necklace. Many triangles. And the Sri Yantra is a mother, Sanskrit name for the mother. So many triangles are arranging themselves as now light just was enhanced as this heavenly pyramid is bringing down the heavenly parallel worlds, the different forms and light forms, the enlightened extraterrestrials that are part of our genetic makeup, and others, all the planetary information from the different stars. Beautiful. We are in a sense of the becoming, they say. They say we're becoming a more unified translation. And that we are creator. We are sons and daughters of creation, of mother, father, divine child, prime creator. So our Merkabah is growing. This is your personal multidimensional Merkabah. It's very full of light now, and it's more almost like a sphere, but soft. It's a sphere of light that's the same size as your body. You know, if you put your hands and your legs out, you would create a sphere. This is your calibration. And he shows us that this is a form of your Merkabah that can actually travel. And that if any of you have ever seen sprites that are spheres, like I did when I was in Peru at night, they're traveling sprite spirit consciousness, and that we actually have this ability. So there's a great deal of acceptance. You may feel it, like this sense of acceptance that's shifted since the beginning from deep inside of you. And we want to honor that. As this is a stage of the divinity within you, that word just is my favorite word because it says everything. It doesn't have a consciousness that isn't just beautiful. So we're calling in your consciousness. We're calling in your divinity, your holiness. And again, working in the thymus, the throat and the thymus. And the thymus is so important for us right now for so many reasons. It's the high heart. It's also the head, the captain of the endocrine system, and it works with your immunity. They say it also works with your tolerance, conditioning. It holds enormous amount of fear and anxiety, as it's also this like guard. It's a guard against infection. It's a guard against threat. And so we're working right now, there's 2 fists in my either hands, and that's for me where we're working with a polarization. My hands know a lot more than I do. So I'm just watching and listening and waiting for this embodiment of my hands and this polarization that's just beginning to unwrap itself, uncord itself, it says. Again, we're working in the thymus chakra. Breathe into your thymus, the high heart. And breathe into a star. This connects you to the blue Sirian star, dog star, the brightest star. And this connects you into your own constellation connected to the star Sirius and the blue sapphire diamond activation. Good job. Very good. I'm going to go into the light language calibration. Breathing into your thymus. Breathing into this connection to the Sirian blue sapphire diamond frequency. Torito do maduima, reta due duema, reta due deema. Connecting you to your connection, your hookup. Re, hey, re, hey, re, madure, madure, zau yahima. We are also being connected, not with the Sphinx and Giza Plateau, but more connected to the star right now. Ruda, ruda, padure, mahayudo, ruda, ruda, madure, sehi chaluna, momaneya, heya, umaye, heya, heya, weya, 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 la, hiya, le, hey, hey, hey. I see many beings from Mu and also Sirius, and they're all connecting to this star. And we're also connecting to the portal system of the earth. And the volcanoes of creation. Now we're bringing in the strength, this lion courage, what's being transmitted into your thymus chakra. You may want to tap your thymus chakra or hold it. We're working with closed doors in the back of the brain and the hemispheres of the brain and the hypothalamus, opening those doors, those gateways into the thalamus, opening the reptilian brain. Retranslating the reptilian brain out of the survival mode to the eternal mode, the replenishing, the rejuvenational mode of the true creator, to the highest genomes available to us on this planet at this time. Now we're working with a corpus callosum, the bridge between the two hemispheres of the brain. Oh, this bridge is filling with rainbow fields of light, like a washing of the field here in between this bridge that calibrates the left and right hemisphere of your brain. It's helping to release poverty consciousness, separation, anxiety, and surrender to what is available. To the awakenment process. So now the blue, sapphire, diamond, star, It's coming down from the higher chakra system, way, way up high, through the Maya star, through all the different higher chakras. And it's spinning, 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 activating, activating, activating. Through higher and higher octaves of light. And while we're doing this, simultaneously see this sapphire diamond star in your brow chakra in the shape of a seed or a Vescia Pisces, like a vagina shape, let's say. Zoom, and we're still working up at the Maya star, way up high. And I'm just going to tap above your ear. You might want to tap above your ears, especially on the right side, or on both sides. Oh, yeah. And just let yourself feel where to tap. Let your fingers do the tapping. All over the sutures of your brain, your skull, rather. Oh, that feels good. Oh. It's like tapping the crust, the detritus, the resistance to who we are, to the shining star that we are, that you are, you came here to be. Tap in the front of your, like right at the point of cosmic consciousness at the hairline, and right at the back of the skull. We're harmonizing the two hemispheres of the brain, and there's now spirals going on inside you, right from like the throat downwards. And back over the ears. Tapping. Right outside of the jaw, cheekbone. Oh. Now you may want to tap your brow chakra. And see this sapphire blue diamond or an eye, either one. Almost like it's birthing inside your brow chakra. And as we birth this in our brow chakra, the Sirian truth, the blue peace frequencies, and the diamond frequencies all begin to merge and marry. Oh, you just felt that higher octave light come in into your eye, your brow, your seership. As now some of you may receive a plume out in the front. Some of you may receive a unicorn horn. Buh. 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 Some of you may receive a narwhal horn. Blah. Blah. So we want to really allow and open to this and be grateful to open our sight, our insight. And as a master seer, it's my honor and job to open up sight, your consciousness to the truth of your true nature, your true being, to your skills, your gifts, and the highest frequencies, the most delicious frequencies available to you and the planet, to your family, to the children, to your children, your loved ones, to the beloved that you are. Chai Samu Sanmu. So there's this field of Mu, Lemuria, the Lemurian love frequency. It's very married, it's very unisex, it's very unilateral, it's very encouraging and courageous in reference to flexibility and honor. It's very watery, and now we're coming into some watery fields. Into this merging and marrying, a dance with the masculine, the feminine, the Shakti, the Shiva. The masculine within you, the masculine outside of you, the feminine within you, the feminine outside of you. This great dance they're showing us that we're performing together. I'm going to do some more light language singing because this seems exquisite. Your own dance. This is you're singing to your dance. And while you're dancing, also connect with the Sphinx, with the waterways and the crystal beneath her feet, with the records of the Akasha, that there are the records of all time, of humans, of the earth, of you, of all the star lives you've led. They're all here. Everything is here. Everything is part of us. This is part of our miracle. The educator of the Sphinx, we call to her now to open and enlighten and awaken her field within our field, her knowledge within our knowledge, her connections within our connections, her great mother principle, gracing this earth, gracing you, your life, your loved ones, your careers, your jobs, your ministries, your benefits, your gifts. Now also connect to the map, the geometry of the pyramid at Giza and the Nile, the Mother Nile. As you dance your cosmic dance, your Mu, your Lemurian love dance. And we send this dance also to the earth and the portals, the volcanoes, to all the great mother rivers, to the oceans, the great mother oceans, to all the density or pollution, toxins and hazards. We're connecting to the greater cosmology of the astrology. We're in this moment. Into the greater good that is here for us, that is within you, that is within every flame, every spark. Reclaiming, reclaiming, remove your pure potential now. Rally, 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 rally now. Forward, upward, inward, outward, and down below you. Ralu, rally, ayu, malu, ayu, sayu, ah, 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 ee, ooh, ah, ee, ah, well. Breathe into the cosmic laugh. Oh, the Om echo takes you home. Hi, hallelujah. Hi, hallelujah. Hi, hallelujah. Begin to see a beautiful halo above you. Hi, halo, hi, halo, hi, halo. Your earth angel, your wings begin to appear. Halo, 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 halo. One wing is white, one wing is platinum carbon black. Rahu, rahu. Merging, being and marrying. Ruhalu, ruhalu, wa, 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 wa. What, 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 what. As your earth angel dances to the sun and the moon, the stars, to the new moon, to all the moons, to the central moon and the great, great central moon and the great, great central moon, grandmother moons, dancing to the central sun, the great, great central sun, the great central sun. To the stars, to the celestial, galactic, universal realms, the gateways of all realms. Dancing and becoming You may feel drawn to flutter your wings or to vibrate the wings fast, 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 or not at all. It's a great creation mother. 3 creation mothers, rainbow creation mothers, join us. And the middle one is Karundra Dagradasana. And they're rainbow creation mothers, bringing 3 bands of creation around this earth, the new earth. As you're opening into more and more and more of your cosmological map. And we begin to be aware of the hemispheres of the earth, the poles, the North Pole, the South Pole, in relationship to these bands of rainbow around the new earth. As we are being translated now from ships of light above us, the Galactic Federation, the Ashtar Command, a beautiful array of ships around us are beaming light down upon us. And each one of you is in different rainbow and different colored rings now, halos all around you, circling all around your physical bridge, your body, to introduce this cosmological signature, to help you with the keys, the codes, the downloads. Needed, exactly resonant with you. Nothing is withheld, but all is brought to you through divine generosity, divine kindness, compassion, wisdom, love, peace, harmony, reflection, freedom, grace, karma, dharma, creation. All of your own planetary wisdom coming into enhancement, to be revealed in its own divine time. In collaboration, in communion, your creation codes, released, brought into your field, ripped open, the seeds of your rainbow, seeds of inspiration, of creation, spread upon the new earth all around you, around the portal that is your home. As we seed now. Fairies join us, the higher consciousness of humanity. Working with these seeds. And we call in the rainbow unicorn mothers to help work the miracles. And Aquarius is here again with so many urns of magical miracle elixirs. Everyone is swimming in a very Lemurian etheric field. translating the new dimension for the new earth, for us to swim and dance in. This is what we're here for, that we are meant to do, to be, to swim, to love, to be happy. Breathing is singing this to the sun rises, the sun sets, all the moons that we see on this earth, to the mountains, to the snow-capped tundras, to all the ley lines, the song lines, the dragon lines of the inner earth, the earth realms, the crystallines, breathing, singing your dance, your song, flapping your wings of the earth angel you are, calling in those ancient ones, those indigenous ones, beating with the heartbeat of Mother Earth. Now we are Mother Earth's beating heartbeat to us, a greater synchronicity, sharing this field of joy, that we are carriers of the waters in our blood, the crystal in our blood, our bones, the marrow, the DNA, as we call to enhance the DNA strands now with the ships of light and the earth ships beneath us. Creating this calibration that sets everything right, that we know in your hearts, in our hearts, this place that everything is right. Everything is here. Everything is brought to us and we receive it. And that we know we're creator beings, creator gods, in fact. Here to bless ourselves, one another, this world, in the communing of the specialness, the gifts held inside your rainbow seeds, your codes, your rainbow flowers, your rainbow tree of life. Opening now this bridge of light as far, 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 as vast, vast, vast as you may. Stepping into an acknowledgement of your own rejoicing, the wisdom of the tree of life, sacred geometry, Metatronic tree of life, or your own vision of your tree connects to your higher self. The roots connect to Mother Gaia. And the fruit of your efforts, of your incarnation, of your peace, your joy, your harmony, your love, your light, your creation, codes, becoming this yummy ball, this sphere in front of you. That encapsulates all that you are. Through all time, space, dimension, through your own evolutionary series. As this is moving through all time and space into you now, allow it to enter into you, to embody inside of you. That you may carry this sphere as part of your embodiment program, your own awakenment. As the masters are bringing you a book, a ledger, a libra. It's made of stone. And it's open. Let's allow this to stand in front of you as we witness this book that you are, or a scroll that you are, or a flame that you are, with Hebrew fire letters on it. And this is for you to read, to digest, to imbue yourself with, to embody. And that this will flood through you in circular fashions, continuing the work that we have done here together, spreading it throughout all of your being, shedding it onto others, bringing these codes of the miracle that you are, you came here to translate, and merge and marry in all that you do, beloved ones, in all that you share, in everything that you say, speak, believe in. Become credible, become honoring. That deep inside of you, there is a resonance that yes, you know this is true. Yes, and this moment may live as it does through all eternity, but into the manifestation of your life, into the cells that you walk forward with, into your footsteps, into your path of beauty ahead, in now, the moment, in the future. Accelerating, accelerating, accelerating. And we call to Metatron to bring in this collective group Merkabah and send it into the earth, that this Merkabah of our group consciousness continues to assist the new earth development with ease, with grace, with joy. And that know in your hearts you have done your part, a part of your great sharing. And let us send now our heart beams to the earth and send this sphere that you received to the earth through our group Merkabah ship into the center crystal inside of our group Merkabah ship, so that everything is recorded there, and send it out to all of our family, our children, our grandchildren, our loved ones, the stranger, the alone ones, the sick ones, the lost ones, the ones in trouble, the suffering, the poisons, the toxins, the economy, the government, the education, the waterways, the plants, the crystals, the earth, the fires, that all elements are brought into harmony, respect, and honor, raising all that we came here into this greater field of communion with courage, with the sapphire, diamond, frequency all around you. Blessed be your earth ceremony. Blessed be, beloved ones. Blessed be, blessed be. And this will be available on my Facebook, on my website in the offerings, and also on my YouTube channel. And every time you listen, it will keep calibrating more and more. And you are always welcome to come for privates, webinar teachings, and continue to follow our Gateway Portal series and the master numbers in our ascension journey together. It's my honor as your guide, Anjahlia, Marisa Shihan, Kate Loy. Thank you. Blessed be. I'm going to stop the video, but if you want to ask questions, you're invited. Usually people